If your forehead doesn't touch the floor, use a block or stack your hand and fist so that your neck is supported. You can just support the weight of your head with those hands or with a block so your neck and your shoulders can relax. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, slowly move your body over towards the left so you're draped over your left leg. Push down into your right hip so that the right hip doesn't lift up off the ground. And breathe. If you'd like, you can extend your arms, reaching out in front of you. Reaching a little further with that right arm helps to open up that right rib cage. Breathe into it through your nose. Exhaling slowly. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, slowly move back to the center. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. Take a deep breath here, and with an exhale, slowly move your body over towards your right leg. Folding your chest over the right leg, reaching a little bit further with your left arm than your right helps to open up that rib cage. And push down into your left hip so it doesn't raise from the ground. And then breathe deeply into the very bottom of your lungs. As you exhale, melt. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, bring it back to the front. And then bring your hands to rest on your knees and use your arms to push yourself back up to a tall, easy, seated position. We're going to take your legs out from underneath you and just bring them out in front of you. Bending the knees, feet flat, knees bent. Just starting to open up the hips a little bit very lightly. Let your left leg drop out to the left and then bring it back up. And then your right leg drops out to the right. Just bringing a little bit of motion to the hips before we start doing our twisting butterfly scorpion triple cow with a back flip. Take it to the other side. We're going all Olympic yoga today. Take it out and bring it back. One more time with each leg. Take the right one out and bring it back. And then the left one out and bring it back. Sitting up nice and tall, just hug your knees in towards your chest. Walk your feet close. Drop your chin down towards your chest and breathe. No struggles, no strains. Breathe so that your belly expands. You feel it pressing into your thighs. As you exhale, see if you can round yourself just a little bit further forward. And then straighten your spine, lift your head, and drop your knees out to the sides in a seated cobbler's pose. So this is one that's helpful to sit up on a block. If this feels like struggle or strain, you have a couple of options. You can sit up on a block, raising your hips from the ground, or you can slide your feet out further away from you. You want to get your spine tall and straight and then work on gently bringing your knees down towards the floor. Don't try to press them, but you can let the weight of your hands just rest on them, helping you to ease them down towards the floor. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, either stay here, releasing whatever tension you feel, or with the exhale, begin to fold forward, bringing your belly button towards your feet, not rounding your spine. You're not bringing your forehead there. You're lengthening your spine. You're creating space with each inhale. With each exhale, you're folding just a little further forward if it's available to you. Without struggle, without strain. Always find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold as you exhale, melt further forward. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, slowly bring your spine back up to straight. And we're going to take your left leg and straighten it out to the side. So you just take that left leg out at about a 45-degree angle. If this is 0, if that's 90, that's 45. We can get you a protractor if you'd like. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, turn your chest to face that left leg. So inhale your arms up to the ceiling. You're helping to create space. And as you exhale, begin to fall forward, bringing your hands towards the bottom of that left foot. So if your hand doesn't touch the foot, or if you have to have a bend in your knees, then back off. Use a strap, use a belt, use anything you'd like. Let your hands find the bottom of the foot or the calf. the ankle, wherever they get to, perfectly fine. And breathe. Lengthening your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, folding just a little further forward if that's available to you. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Each inhale, see if you can lengthen your spine just a little bit further. Each exhale, take it a little bit further. If you push down into the back of your knee just very gently, it disengages your hamstring. It shuts it down so that you can get just a little bit deeper into your pose. Release any struggle, release any strain. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, slowly bring yourself back up to tall and seating. Bring that left foot in to meet your right, and let's take it forward into the cobbler's pose again. Remembering ease in your spine is the goal, folding forward if you'd like, or just gently working towards pushing your knees down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fall further forward. Slowly bringing your spine back up to straight. We'll take it to the opposite side. So taking your right leg out at about 45 degrees, turning your chest to face that leg, inhaling your arms towards the sky, lengthen. As you exhale, fold forward, finding the bottom of your foot. Push down into the back of your knee and breathe. Close your eyes and find the feeling of the stretch. See if you can breathe into any areas that feel tight or restricted. Imagine that you're expanding them with your breath. As you exhale, you fold further forward. No struggles, no strains. Remember, if you lightly push down the back of your knee towards the floor, you'll get a little bit more of a stretch there. And breathe. One more deep inhale, expand, lengthen your spine. One more slow exhale, fold further forward if that's available to you. And then slowly unfold. Bringing the feet back into the cobbler's pose, just opening those hips up, staying where you are, upright, or folding further forward if it's available to you. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. Slowly bringing your spine back up to straight. We're going to straighten both legs out in a 45-degree angle. This is another one that helps a lot if you lift up and sit on a block. So if you have your legs spread apart and wide and it feels like struggle or strain in your back, or you feel like you're rounded in order to get there, sit up on a block or sit up on a pillow. Pull the toes back, reach the heels forward. If you pull those toes back, your heels won't dig into the floor. When you're like this and the heels are down, it kind of hurts a little bit after a while. No pain. Take a deep inhale. Let your arms rise up to the sky. As you exhale, fall halfway forward. So your fingertips point to where the wall meets the ceiling. As you take a deep inhale, reach out. As you exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to the floor in front of you. Squeezing, pushing down gently into those backs of those knees. If you'd like, you can take your hands and separate them, grabbing onto the big toe of each opposite or each respective foot. Using that just gentle pull from your arms to take you a little bit deeper. Try to keep the spine straight. Try to lengthen your spine with an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can fold gently further forward if it's available to you. Without struggle, without strain. Breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. Try to let go of forcing or pushing. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring your right hand over to meet your left and fold forward over that left leg. Squeeze. Breathe. No struggles and no strains. If it feels like struggle, strain, increased numbness, tingling, pins and needles down to your leg, then back off a little bit. If you get any of those feelings into your legs or your arms or anywhere else, it's generally a sign that a nerve is being pinched. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, separate your hands out to the feet, left hand to left foot, right hand to right foot. Lengthen your spine and see if you can fold just a little further forward without struggle, without strain. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bring your left hand to meet your right, folding over that right leg. And breathe. This isn't a position we get ourselves in often, so it's one that we want to take our time with. Stretching these adductors, these internal thigh muscles. No struggles, no strains. Breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. As you exhale, melt further into the pose if it's available to you. Take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to separate our hands back to the feet. Seeing if you can take it just a little bit deeper in that forward fold. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly bring your spine back up to straight. So we're going to do 2 variations of that again. The first variation is just turning towards your left leg and folding forward just as we did before. The second variation is take the back of your left hand and slide it on the inside of that calf all the way down to the ankle. When it gets down to the ankle, you push into the ankle with your hand. You take your right arm up to the sky and then back behind you, tucking it behind your back in a sailor's pose, turning your chest to face the ceiling. So you can either do this or just fold forward over that left leg. It's perfectly fine. But try to keep that gentle push into the back of your hand and into that ankle. And as an exhale, see if you can slide it down a little further without struggle, without strain. Breathe. So you're just opening up that left adductor tendon a little bit more by adding the rotation to it. It's an option. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, see if you can go down just a little further if it's available to you without strain or struggle. And then with your next exhale, slowly bring yourself back up to a tall, straight, and seated position. Lengthening your spine. As you exhale, turn towards your right leg. So again, you can either just fold over that right leg or take the back of your right hand, slide it down the inside of that right calf to the ankle, take the left arm up to the sky, and then bring it behind your back, tucking it behind your back in a sailor's pose, gently pushing the back of your right hand into that right ankle, lifting your chest towards the sky, and breathing into the areas that feel tight or restricted. Exhaling slowly, folding a little further if it's available. Breathing deeply. Exhaling slowly. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, see if you can go just a little bit deeper. Be in this moment. Feel the stretch or the depth of your breath. As you exhale, bring it up tall to a tall, straight spine again. We're going to go one time forward again, lifting your arms, really create space. And as you exhale, bring your arms down to the floor and then separate them out to the opposing feet. Pull gently with your arms and see if it takes you just a little bit deeper. Try to keep that spine tall and long and straight without struggles, without strains. Breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. And then slowly bring your spine back up to straight. We're going to slowly walk your feet together. Breathing deeply, inhaling, exhaling slowly. Take a deep inhale, let your arms rise up to the sky, and as you exhale, fold forward. Bringing your hands to the bottoms of your feet or to the ankles, wherever they find themselves, gently pushing the back of your knees down into the floor. Your kneecaps should be pointed straight up to the ceiling. Breathe, lengthen. Exhale, slowly release. Deep inhale, your spine lengthens. Imagine you're going out through the top of your head with your spine just straight out. And as you exhale, see if you can fold a little further forward. Try to keep those knees down flat, pressed into the floor. And then slowly bring it back up to a tall, easy seated position. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. With an exhale, pull your right knee into your chest. Take it down. Take your right ankle in your left hand and just gently bring it up and then begin to rock it from side to side. Just loosening and opening. No struggles, no strains. Place that right ankle down right on top of your left knee. Bring your hands to the floor. Now, you can either have your fingers pointed towards you, which is a little bit harder, or pointed away from you in the back. Bend that left knee and then walk your hip towards it. So this is a deeper stretch of that right piriformis. Lift your chin in your chest. Keep your spine tall and long. Close your eyes and breathe. Breathe into the tightness. Breathe into the areas that feel restricted. Expand them with your breath. And then as you exhale, allow it to melt. If you want to go further, just walk your hands closer to your body, lifting your chin and your chest even higher. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Bring your attention back to this moment, to this feeling, to this breath. You can stay right here for just another couple breaths, or if you'd like to add a strengthening move, walk your hands back behind you, lift your hips into a figure four bridge. If you're in the figure four bridge, make sure you're gently pulling your shoulder blades together and you're lengthening your neck. Squeeze your glutes and lift a little higher. And then slowly lower those hips to the ground. Slowly straighten out the left leg, leaving the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Take your arms and wrap them around that knee and just pull it into your chest, lengthening your spine. Take a deep inhale. The right arm reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, you bring it behind. You pet your dog before she runs away for somebody that gives her more love. Oh, no. Breathe. That back hand pushing down into the floor helps to lengthen your spine and allows you to rotate a little further if that's helpful to you. And then breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly bring your chest to the front. So you have a couple of options. You can stay just like this, or you can take your left leg and bend it underneath of you. So you can stay just like that, holding your knee with both arms, tugging it in, or try to stack your knees one on top of the other. This is another one where sitting on a block or sitting on a pillow can help. So you have lots of options. Find the one that feels good for your hip and allows you to move pain-free, where your attention can be back to the focus of your breath. Stay right here, or with an exhale, fold forward. If you're staying up straight, just gently pull that knee into your chest, drop your chin down to your chest, and breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. No struggles, no strains. Feel that right hip. This is a really deep stretch of your piriformis, one of the main muscles that can lead to back pain. If it's not stretched out, it can lead to pain going down into your legs. That's sciatic pain. Breathe. One more deep inhale. Really breathe so that you feel your belly press into your thighs. As you exhale, slowly fold further forward if it's available to you. And then slowly bring yourself up. One vertebra at a time to a tall, straight, easy seated position. Bring your hands by your side. Uncross your legs. Slowly drop them down. Take a deep inhale. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold forward. So your spine is long, reaching out through the top of your head. The backs of your knees are gently pressed down. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Each inhale, imagine yourself getting that spine to go longer. Each exhale, slowly folding further forward. Check back in with your knees that they're pressed straight down. They're pressed down, that your kneecaps are pointed straight up. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly bring yourself back up to a tall, easy, seated position. Pull your left knee into your chest. And then take the right hand, hold on to that left ankle, and begin to rock that knee from side to side. Just giving it a little chance to loosen up. Your spine is long, your chest is high. Just rest that knee right down on top. Or that ankle right on top of the opposite knee. Bring your hands behind you, fingers pointed away or towards you. And as you exhale, bend that knee, walking your hips closer to your heel. And then walk your hands closer to your body. Try to keep your spine straight and lift your chest. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that left hip. This is a really deep stretch there, so don't push it. No struggle and no strain. Find the expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Breathe into the tightness. Breathe into the restrictions. Stay there for 1 or 2 more deep inhales and slow exhales, or walk your hands back and away from you, squeeze your gluteals, and lift your hips into a figure 4 bridge. Feel the strength of the pose or the depth of the stretch. Lengthen your neck so your head is pointing to the wall behind you if you're up in that figure 4 bridge. And then slowly lower the hips to the ground, straighten out the right leg, bringing the left foot to the floor on the outside of the left knee. So take your right arm and wrap it around that knee. Your left arm goes up to the sky, creating space, exhaling down behind you, pushing into the floor to lengthen your spine. Breathe. Close your eyes and feel yourself expanding the areas of tightness with your breath. As you exhale slowly, see if you can rotate just a little further without struggle, without strain. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly return your chest to the front. Your options here are to take both arms around your knee and pull it into your chest, lengthening, or bend your right knee right underneath of you. So you can stay right like that. Again, sitting up on a block can make this easier, or you can stack your knees one on top of the other. If your knees are stacked one on top of the other, take a moment, just make sure that you have equal weight on your sit bones, that you're not tilted to one side to make this possible. If you are, use the block, use a pillow. Stay where you are, or as you exhale, fold forward, bringing your chest to rest on your thighs. You can stay just seated tall and straight, that's perfectly fine. Bring your focus to what it is you feel, or the depth of your breath. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Feel your belly expand. Feel it gently pressing into your thighs with your next breath. Really be your next breath. Be aware of it. Feel it. As you exhale, feel the tension leaving your body along with the breath. And then slowly bring yourself up to a tall, easy seated position. Your hands by your side push down so that you can separate your legs, bringing them down in front of you. One more forward fold. Toes pulled back, lengthen. Exhale, fall forward. Really gently pushing down into the back of your knees to disengage your hamstrings, and then lengthening your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, folding forward, breathing deeply, exhaling slowly. One more breath here. Feel that breath as it enters. Feel. And then slowly begin to unfold, bending your knees, bringing the bottoms of your feet together. One more cobbler's pose. I like to do that cobbler's pose between doing things on opposite sides. It just brings balance. The goal is eventually get your heels all the way in towards your body and your knees all the way to the floor. If you're not there, that's fine. Stay where you are and breathe. Close your eyes, fold forward if you'd like. No struggles, no strains here. Gently pushing your knees down towards the floor, engaging with the breath. Deeply in, slowly out. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly begin to unfold. What you want to do is take the first two fingers of your left hand and grab onto your big toe of your left foot, or use a strap. If you can't really reach down there once that leg is straight, use the strap. Take that leg up and out to the side. Push down into the knee and get that leg straight. Then pull your shoulder down and away from your ear. Lift it a little higher. And then take the big toe side of that left foot to the floor so that your right foot rests on your left thigh. Both hands are going to come over to your to your right, sorry. And as you exhale, push down, turn your chest to face that right leg. Now stay right here if you feel challenged in the hips already, or drop down to your elbows. Always move as you exhale. Stay right here, or with your next exhale, drop all the way down to your chest. Always find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Stay right here, or grab your foot with your right hand and pull that foot up towards your shoulder. No struggles, no strains. Feel that opening in that left hip. Breathe into the areas that are tight or restricted. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And if you're holding onto that foot, slowly release it. If you're down on your chest, slowly come up to your elbows and then your hands, bringing yourself back to a seated cobbler's pose. We're doing lots of the seated cobbler. You know I like this one. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, fold forward or just stay up straight, gently encouraging your knees towards the floor. No struggles, no strains. Breathe into the areas of tightness or restriction. And then slowly bring yourself back up to a straight, tall spine. First two fingers of your right hand wrapped around the great toe or your strap. As you exhale, straighten that leg out. See if you can get completely straight. If you can't, use the strap and then pull your shoulder down and away from your ear. So you can take it up higher and then take it out to the side. The big toe side of your right foot down on the floor, your left foot resting on your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn towards your left. Pushing down into your hand to create space. You either stay right here or come down to your elbows. If coming down to the elbows is just too far, get yourself a pillow and come halfway between straight arms and all the way to the floor. Accommodate and modify so that you can find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Releasing struggle or strain. If you stay on your elbows, that's great. If you'd like to go down to your chest, do it with an exhale. You can stay right here, or you can take your left hand behind you. Sorry, Lola, I hit you right in the head. Grabbing onto your foot and gently pulling it up towards your shoulder for a full expression of the pose. Breathe. Breathe into the tightness. Breathe in to the restrictions. Expand them with your breath. As you exhale, release any tension, release any trying. No struggles and no strains. One more deep inhale here. Really feel this breath as it enters your nose, expands through the rib cage. One more slow exhale, releasing tension or trying and effort. And then if you've got that foot in your hand, release it. Then bring yourself up to your elbows. Bring yourself up to an easy cobbler's pose. One more time, folding forward in the cobbler's pose. Breathing. Exhaling slowly. Closing your eyes and feeling that breath. No struggles and no strains. And then slowly bringing yourself up. Knees come together. Wrap your elbows around your knees and just fold yourself forward into the knees. Chin comes to your chest. The arms wrapped around your knees. As you breathe in, your belly can't expand, so you should feel the rib cage expanding out to the sides. As you exhale, just fold further forward into it if you have that available, without struggle, without strain. And then slowly release, bringing your chest up tall, pull back so that you can use that leverage to get a straight spine. Cross your feet at the ankle. $5 for anyone who can guess what we're doing next. Standing without using your arms. Gracefully. Look, that was graceful. She even did a flourish. $5 extra for the flourish. So we're going to do the triangle series. You may want to have a block in your hand. The blocks don't mean that you can't do stuff. They're just giving you a support. I'm more about style and making sure that you're functioning properly. A lot of times people can get their hands to the floor, but they're also twisted here and out and all around. So the block is just an assistive aid to make sure that you're working on the form. Because if your body's compensating by doing something to get you to the floor and it's not right, you're not getting to the right thing. So we are going to take, let's see. Let's take the block in your right hand. We're going to step your right foot out to the right. We're going to take your arms out in opposite directions. Reach between your hands. So your right foot is pointed straight ahead of you. Your left foot is pointed straight ahead. Let me say that better. The right foot is pointed straight out by your right hand. The left foot is pointed straight out in front of your body. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, reach that block towards the wall. When you can't move any further, then you rotate it. Take the hand, the block is, I know I'm not mirroring you this time. Please, people. I can only carry you so far. I'll mirror you. Take your right hand out to the side, then drop it down to the floor. So you have options here. I want your chest facing forward. If your chest is facing the floor, then see if you can either take that left foot back a little bit further. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore because I've mirrored you. I'm backwards, so take your right foot. Anyway, see if you can get your chest facing it. You can take your block and turn it down on a lower level if you feel like you need a little bit more challenge. But if your hand is on the floor and your chest is facing the floor, then take it up a little bit. Squeeze your legs straight and breathe. Lengthen your spine. Keep reaching your head out to the wall. It's in front of the head. Feel the strength of the pose and squeeze it tight. No struggles and no strain. Small bend in your right knee and then slowly bring yourself back up. We're going to put that block in your left hand. Reaching out in opposite directions, we're going to turn your chest to face your right leg. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring that block down on the outside of your right foot. Take your left arm up to the sky and turn to face your left. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Breathe deeply into the muscles. Squeeze those legs tight and strong. Small bend in that right knee and then bring yourself up. Switch the block to your left hand. Turn your left foot forward, your right foot out. The block is in your left hand, correct? I got that backwards. See, you guys have me all messed up. We're going to edit this out in post-production. So the block is in your left hand. I got to remember I'm mirroring you. So the left foot is pointing straight out. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, reach out to your left. And then drop that block down to the big toe side of your foot. And then reach your arm up to the sky. Try to get your chest to face the wall in front of you. So you can progress this by separating your feet further, but try to keep the legs straight. Breathing deeply into your belly. Feel the strength as you push those legs back into a straight. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. Small bend in your left knee as you bring yourself back up and you switch that block into your right hand. Arms separate. Turn to face that forward leg. I'll just call it forward and backwards. That'll get me through. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. Take that block to the little toe side of your left foot and rotate. Squeeze your legs straight and breathe. Feel the strength of the pose. Pull that left hip back to the room behind you. Try not to let it rotate out in front of you. Small bend in that knee. Bring yourself back up. Toes pointed straight ahead. Just keep that block, but put it right down in the center, right in front of you. So your toes are pointed straight ahead. We're going to inhale our arms up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your hands to your hips and then fold forward from your belt line, just to where your head is reaching straight ahead of you, not down towards the floor. As you inhale, we're going to reach your head towards the wall in front of you. As you exhale, let your hands drop to the floor or to the block and fold forward, bringing your head down, looking back and between your legs. Breathe. Push the back of your knees to the room behind you. Try to get those legs as straight as you can without struggle or strain so you can use that block. If you can't get the legs straight, put your hands on the block and push down so that you can get those legs a little straighter. No struggles, no strains. As you inhale, lift your head and shoulders to a flat back. Reach your head towards the wall in front of you. As you exhale, fall forward again. Gently pushing the back of your knees to the wall behind you. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders. As you exhale, walk your hands over to your left foot. So you can take the block over there with you. If you can't quite reach that floor there with the legs straight, use your block. It's perfectly fine. Turn your block on any level you like that assists you in getting those legs straight. Push back the knees to the room behind you and feel that stretch. Without struggle, without strain, breathe. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring it back to the center. As you inhale, lift to a flat back, your head reaching towards the wall in front of you. As you exhale, fold forward. Deep inhale here, lift your head and shoulders. As you exhale, walk them over to your right foot. Take the block with you if you'd like. It's perfectly fine. No struggles, no strains. Your legs straight as you can get them. Breathe into the tightness. No struggle, no strain, no tingling or numbness. If something doesn't feel right for you, just stop, take a child's pose or any other pose you'd like. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, come back to the center. Take a deep inhale, lift the head and shoulders, flat back, reach your head forward, create space so that as you fold forward, you may be able to go just a little bit deeper. Lift your head and shoulders with an inhale. With an exhale, we're walking back to your left foot. Again, take your block if you'd like. You have options. You can either stay right here as you are, or take your left arm up to the ceiling, rotating your triangle or your wide angle. Breathe. Breathe deep into where you feel tightness or restriction. Exhale away the struggle or strain. Bring that left hand back down to meet the right, and then walking back to the center. Folding forward. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Reach your head forward as to touch the wall in front. As you exhale, fall forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, walk over to your right foot. Take your block with you if you need. Perfectly fine. Take a deep breath. Either stay here or as you exhale, rotate, lifting that right arm towards the sky, breathing. Slowly bringing that right hand back to meet the left, and then walking back to the center. Folding forward to wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale, lift to a flat back, reach your head forward as if you were trying to touch the wall in front of you. Exhale, fold forward. We'll slowly start to heel toe your feet closer together so that you end up in a forward fold. Staying in the forward fold. Lift your heels from the ground. Slowly bend your knees. Try to keep your heels off the ground. When you're here, you have a couple of options. You can either put a block right underneath your knees to help you with this pose. You can put the block underneath your butt, or you can remove the block and try to balance just on the toes. If you're balanced, try to keep your knees together. Try to keep them from spreading apart. Take your arms to the sky as you inhale. As you exhale, drop your left arm. Inhale the left arm up. Drop your right arm. And breathe. Just collect yourself for a moment. You can stretch out your toes if you'd like. Just take one down, curl it under, and then the other. We're going to come up onto your knees here. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, take your left leg out to the side. So you can either stay up on the big toe side of your foot, just letting it rest like this, or drop the foot flat, stretching the outside ligaments of your ankles. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale that left hand down. Reach over with the right. Look up at the right arm if it doesn't bother your neck, and feel that stretch through that right rib cage. Breathe. Each inhale, expand the rib cage. As you exhale, see if you can take that hand down just a little further, without struggle, without strain. And breathe. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand back to meet your right. Slowly bring it down into your chest. Bring the left leg underneath of you. Take the right leg out. Again, the big toe side of your foot can be down, or just flatten the foot out completely. Inhale your arms up. Exhale the right arm down. Look up at the left. If it doesn't bother your neck, and breathe. Breathe deeply. Exhale slowly. No struggles, no strains. Close your eyes if you'd like and take one deep inhale. Really see if you can feel it filling that rib cage with air. As you exhale, bring your right hand back to meet your left. Bring your hands down to heart center. Bring that right leg underneath of you. And then we're going to try and sit your bottom all the way down to your heels. You can do it with the toes curled under, or you can do it with the toes flat. If it feels like it's too much for you, take your block, put it underneath of your bottom so that you can have your knees up off of it. This can also take tension off of your heel, off of your feet. Just rest here for a moment, breathing deeply into your belly, exhaling slowly, releasing any tension, releasing any trying and effort. Bringing your attention back to your breath, the depth of it. No struggles and no strains. Slowly bringing your hands to the floor. We're coming onto all fours. We're going to walk your feet back, bringing yourself into a plank position. Be down on your knees, that's perfectly fine. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Turn the creases of your elbows forward and feel the strength that gives to you. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower to the floor in chaturanga, bringing your chest and your belly all the way down. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head in one direction or the other. Oh. Favorite part of the class. No struggles and no strains here. We're going to do a couple movements with this hip. If it doesn't feel right for you, stay with what's good for your body. So take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slide your left knee up the floor towards your left elbow. So the big toe side of your foot is flat on the floor. Your knee comes up towards the elbow. It's just a deep stretch. It's half of frog pose. Frog pose is a very challenging pose, especially with tight hips. But if we do one side at a time, we still get the benefit without as much chance for injury or irritation. Breathe into that hip. Now you can stay here, or you can try and straighten that leg all the way out. Bringing the big toe up towards your thigh or your calf, the leg straight, or keep the leg bent. Whatever feels right for you. If that leg is straight, try to keep that left hip down to the floor. Don't let it rotate up and back. Feel that deep opening of the adductors. And then if the leg is straight, slowly bring it back down to meet your opposite leg. Now we'll take it to the other side. As you exhale, bring your right knee up towards your right elbow. No struggles and no strains. Breathe into that hip. Feel the tightness. Exhaling, releasing any tension or effort. Breathe. Stay here or straighten that leg all the way out. If you're straightening the leg, try to get that hip down towards the ground without pinching, without pain. If you have pinching or pain in your shoulders or in your hip, it's generally a sign that there's a muscle or a tendon or a ligament that's not getting out of the way. And you want to make sure you don't sit there and pinch it. These are little micro traumas that add up over time to larger traumas. Take a deep breath into the areas of tightness or restriction. As you exhale, just release. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. If you've straightened the leg, go ahead and slowly bend it, and then slowly bring that right leg back down by your left. We're going to walk your legs as far apart as you comfortably can, mostly just getting your knees to the outside of your mat. Bend your knees so the bottoms of your feet are pointing straight up to the sky, and then slowly let the bottoms of your feet come together. So the bottoms of your feet are pressed together. You can stay right here where you are or slowly drop your feet down towards the floor. Just doing a deep opening of those hips. This is the same thing as Cobbler's pose. You're just using gravity to progress it. The weight of your body is pushing down. When you do this and lying down on your back or sitting down, you don't have that assistance of the weight of your body. So feel it. Breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. Really feel that breath in through your nose, down to the rib cage. As you exhale, feel your body's weight just melting into the floor. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale here. Wherever you are, feel that breath. One more slow exhale. And then slowly, if you have your feet all the way down to the floor, bring them back up to the sky, and then bring the knees together and then slowly straighten out the legs. Just let your forehead come to the rest on your wrist, your head down, and take a deep breath. As you exhale, just melt into the floor. We're going to slowly get you rolled over onto your backs in whatever way you'd like for final relaxation. Yay! If anybody would like a ball or anything underneath their knees to support their back, just bend your knees and I will bring you a ball or a pillow. The pillows, the ball, when your knees are bent, they're up on them, it just decompresses your back. It takes the pressure off of your spine and allows it to decompress. So if you'd like a ball, leave your knees bent and I'll bring you one. This is a really good way at home to decompress any pressure in your back. Lying down with your feet up on a pillow, on sofa cushions, or up on to a chair is a really good way to decompress. Denise, there you go. Oh, you could have this one. I'm not using it. I didn't know you wanted one. There you go. So Lola will be leading the Shavasana today. Anyone need to growl or bark? Just go ahead and do what you got to do. We're a judgment-free zone in Lola world. So just close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep inhale. In through your nose, As you exhale, just let a small growl come to the back of your throat. Just hum through the back of your throat. It's just a way of releasing your vocal cords. Lola taught it to me this morning, and I loved it. Take another deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, stick your tongue out as far as you can, as if it was trying to touch the bottom of your chin. Feel the stretch in the back of your throat, and then let your tongue come back in. Relax your jaw. She teaches me that one every day. Breathe. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. As you exhale, just wiggle your hips back and forth, just a little bit. Just releasing the low back, bringing ease to it. Shaking your tail, as it were. And then just come to relax. Take a deep breath into your belly. As you exhale, let all the tension leave your body from the heels, through the low back, through the shoulders. Just let it melt into the floor. Feel the weight of your body on the floor. I'm going to ask you to focus on your breath for 10 deep inhales and slow exhales, counting backwards each exhale silently to yourself from 10 to 0. If you lose your count, just start again. When you get to 0, lie there in stillness till the rest of us catch up. And then I'm going to ask you to bring an image to mind. An image of the kind of dog you would be, your favorite dog. And imagine yourself as that dog. A playful puppy, a high-strung Dalmatian, a lazy Labrador. See if you can picture in your mind what would make your tail wag? What would get you excited? Chasing a butterfly in the fields or just lying in the sun? A treat? Imagine yourself as that playful puppy. Feel the freedom from the stress that the puppies have. They don't have jobs or cars or worries. Feel the ease of their love. And then just release your image and let your mind come to stillness. See if you can hold on to that freedom, that feeling of joy, the thing that made your tail wag. If anything distracts you, just allow yourself to come back to that stillness. If any thought crosses your mind, just don't attach to it. Bring it back to the stillness. And then we'll slowly start to bring your awareness back to your body, back to this moment. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Feel those joints as they move. Bring all of your focus and attention just to the sensation of your fingers and your toes moving. And then spread your toes apart, spread your fingers apart wide, and feel that space between your fingers. Just feel the space between your toes. And let your hands and your feet relax gently. Let your head begin to rock from side to side. And then let your head come back to whatever space feels comfortable for it. On your next deep inhale, let your arms rise up as your belly fills with air. As you exhale, let your arms fall to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips and really feel that stretch. As you exhale, let your knees pull up into your chest. Let your hands float down to hold on to your knees, pulling them in. Your neck stays relaxed. Your jaw stays relaxed. You can begin to rock from side to side if you'd like. Just letting the floor bring attention and awareness to the spine and the muscles around it. And then when you're ready, roll onto your right side in a fetal position, just lying there, supporting your head with a block or with your hands made into pillows. And focus on lungs, the expansion of your rib cage as it exits. Feel it just take the tension along with you. And then when you're ready, push up to an easy seated position. One where your spine is tall and straight and at ease. Sitting on a block or sitting on a pillow. Oh, yes. Letting the backs of your hands come to rest on the tops of your knees. Close your eyes and take a deep lengthening breath, your spine going long towards the sky. As you exhale, see if you can hold that lengthened and tall posture. As you take another deep inhale, lengthen your spine. As you take another slow exhale, let your hands come up into the center of your chest in a prayer position. Your chin drop gently down. You guys have done a wonderful job. I hope you have wonderful belly rubs and tail wagging and treats for the rest of your day. Namaste. We'll see you next week. If anybody knows anybody that's, you're welcome. I'm starting my Happy Back Yoga series next Saturday. It's a series of 6 classes in a row that work yoga for people with low back pain. So if anybody knows anybody, there's still a couple of spots left. There's 3 spots. Just let them call me and I'll tell them all about it.
Are there 3 spots total?
No, there's 10 spots total. But good question. So I'm going to have to take $5 away from for that question. Well, the giving of them was arbitrary. The taking away can be as well. What did you think of that? What did you think of the Lola meditation? The Lola meditation.
Oh, who knows?
when the fancy strikes. Oh, that's why. And stream. Your stream will stop immediately.
You did so well.